là, je sais pas pour le 2 semaines, puis là, tu te disais, ça va à peine de l'acheter. Oh, et je jouais avec 5 minutes en arrivant, puis 2 semaines après, tu le ressortais parce que ça coûte bien moins cher au bout de la ligne que d'aller tout de suite l'acheter.
Oui, comme on a la ferme Fisher-Price, on a une coupe de maison. Il faut que le monde réalise qu'on n'a pas des gros sous là-dedans non plus.
Non,
fait que c'est pas tous des nouveaux jouets. Il y en a. C'est encore la maison Fisher-Price que mes nièces jouaient avec dans le temps. Mais tu sais, les enfants les aiment autant.
Ça donne quand même, comme tu dis, l'idée aux parents si l'enfant va aimer ce genre de jeu-là.
C'est ça.
Après ça, tu peux embarquer et acheter pour toi-même.
On a des blocs. Puis on loue des sièges d'auto, on loue des couchettes, des parcs.
Est-ce que vous prenez des dons de jouets?
Toujours.
Oui,
toujours. On a, ça, c'est une autre affaire depuis qu'on est dans notre local aussi. Le monde nous connaisse, puis on a des dons qui rentrent tout le temps. On l'apprécie énormément. On demande toujours, parce que là, le monde nous emmène du stuff pour nos bazars. On fait 2 bazars par année, à l'automne et au printemps. Ils nous emmènent du stuff à l'année longue. On leur demande, quand ils l'emmènent, si c'est des jouets ou si c'est des articles, est-ce qu'on peut les mettre dans Joujoutech ou est-ce qu'on peut les garder pour les bouts de choux ou si vous voulez vraiment qu'ils soient vendus au bazar. Il y en a qui préfèrent que ce soit vraiment vendu à une famille qui n'a pas les sous pour les acheter, puis ils peuvent l'acheter au bazar pour 50 cents. Puis il y en a d'autres qui disent, non, si vous êtes capable d'utiliser, utilisez-le. Fait que c'est vraiment, c'est énormément apprécié.
Si jamais je me décide à finalement me débarrasser du stock, à toutes les années, je me dis, je vais le faire.
C'est ça.
Ça va s'en aller par votre bout.
C'est ça.
Pas facile.
Non.
Attends, il y a quelqu'un, puis tu ressors le petit pyjama, puis tu te rappelles quand est-ce que tu l'as mis, puis qu'est-ce qu'il y avait de l'air, tu le ressens.
C'est ça, tu gardes.
C'est ça qu'il y a. Avant de te laisser, Roxane, tu parlais qu'il y a une nouvelle, je ne sais pas si c'est employé ou bénévole, mais il y a quelqu'un de nouveau dans l'environnement des bouts de choux.
Oui.
C'est qui cette personne-là? Parce qu'elle est là pour longtemps, puis qu'est-ce qu'elle fait?
Ça va être Lina Gauthier. Elle travaillait à la Maison des Jeunes, ça fait quand même plusieurs années.
C'est ça.
Puis, c'est ça là. Au répit parental, on a 2 filles, Darlene et Denise. Denise est due pour accoucher n'importe quand. Fait que là, elle nous a laissés. J'ai pris la relève, mais j'en ai trop. Alors, j'ai décidé de dire à Cathy d'essayer de trouver quelqu'un d'autre.
C'est ça.
On voulait quelqu'un quand même qualifié. Lina, elle a son éducation en éducation spécialisée. Elle a son diplôme en éducation spécialisée. Alors, elle va faire les répits. Elle va faire le 2e groupe de cuisine aux 2 semaines. Et c'est elle qui va faire les visites postnatales.
Ah bon. Ça t'en enlève un peu dans ton assiette.
C'est ça. Puis Cathy aussi, parce que Cathy est à temps plein aussi. Fait que quand elle fait des visites, c'est en surplus. Fait que non, on est très contente parce qu'on la connaît bien, parce que c'est une maman qui participe au bout de chou, ça fait longtemps.
Oui, mais c'est ça, exactement.
Fait que non, on est vraiment énervés de ça. Puis justement, elle va donner le YAP aussi, il n'y a personne de parfait.
C'est encore là, ça?
Oui, elle et Cathy, ils s'en vont justement demain, là, se faire former pour ça.
Reformer pour ça.
Fait que oui, fait qu'elle va être présente, elle aussi. Puis elle est déjà pas mal connue. Parce qu'elle participe.
C'est ça, exactement.
Fait que, ça va être le fun, un bilingue.
Tandis que on peut peut-être prendre la chance de parler des activités à venir pour la fin du mois. Après ça, je te réinviterai une fois par mois à passer au studio, si ça ne te dérange pas trop, puis peut-être en parler. C'est bien beau de le voir à la télé, mais des fois, si on a plus le descriptif de c'est quoi l'activité, ça peut inciter les gens. Pour la fin, c'est ça, je te dirais, prends ton 5-10 minutes, parler des activités, là, des bouts de choux. Tu n'as pas besoin de faire tous les répits et tout ça, mais les rencontres bouts de choux, qu'est-ce que les parents peuvent participer pour le restant du mois?
Bien, j'en ai parlé un petit peu tantôt, que mercredi, ça va être un bricolage de bonhomme de neige. Lundi prochain, le 29, on va écrire nos lettres au Père Noël.
Ah, ben oui.
Ça, c'est toujours une activité annuelle, très anticipée.
C'est ça.
Fait qu'on va faire ça. Et puis, le mercredi, le 1er décembre, ça, c'est une affaire qu'on avait commencé une couple d'années passées et il y a des parents qui ont redemandé qu'on leur fasse. On fait un calendrier du mois. La première rencontre de chaque mois, on fait un calendrier pour ce mois-là. Fait que là, le 1er décembre, on va faire un calendrier pour le mois de décembre. Puis, je vais avoir comme, je leur donne juste la fiche, avec rien dessus. Puis c'est sur une grande feuille, puis ils font toujours un bricolage dessus. Mais là, pour le mois de décembre, c'est le décompte de Noël.
Ben oui, c'est ça.
Fait que ça va être tous des petits dessins que les enfants, à tous les jours, ils vont avoir un dessin à colorer, puis à être collé sur leur calendrier jusqu'à la journée de Noël, où il va y avoir la grosse figure du Père Noël.
OK.
Fait que c'est ça nos activités pour la semaine prochaine. Puis là, après ça va être vraiment
c'est ça,
Noël.
je te réinviterai, là, puis on en reparlera.
Ça va être Noël.
Ben
parce que là, on ferme le 17 décembre pour
OK.
2 semaines, pour le temps des fêtes.
Ben, ça, vous avez droit à votre congé, vous aussi. En tout cas, Roxane, vraiment, là, félicitations, parce que moi, je sais, comme je dis, ça faisait déjà 3-4 ans que j'étais là. On voyait qu'il y avait du mouvement, mais là, je pense que vous avez atteint, là, comme tu dis, ça roule. Puis je suis certaine qu'il y a extrêmement de parents qui sont très apprécitifs. De tout le travail qui a été fait les années passées, la personne qui a commencé ça, ça l'a devenu un service indispensable.
Oui. Puis, on espère qu'avec toutes les statistiques qu'on va avoir encore plus de sous pour qu'on puisse continuer à offrir qu'est-ce qu'on offre.
OK. Et merci, puis assez de te reposer.
Oh oui! Moi, j'adore ma job!
Bon, c'est comme vous pouvez voir les gens, les bouts de chou, ça roule, ça continue, ça fonctionne. Participez-y. Si vous ne connaissez pas ça, vous n'y avez pas été encore, allez-y. Je vous invite. Roxanne, j'espère que tu écoutes. Puis si oui, je voulais juste te dire bonjour. J'ai pensé à toi parce que tu m'as bien fait rire avec ton commentaire. Puis oui, peut-être que je suis plus dans mon événement au studio, mais la prochaine fois que je te vois, je te garantis, je ne ferai pas me gêner. Puis je vais te traiter comme si tu étais au studio. C'est déjà tout là-dessus. Passez une bonne semaine. Bye, Zach!
C'est quoi ça?
C'est quoi ça?
Ça? Des légumes?
Des légumes?
Oui, des légumes.
C'est bon, des légumes?
C'est bon, des légumes. C'est sûr que c'est bon, des légumes.
Redécouvrez le plaisir de bien manger.
Vas-y, fais-le pour toi.
Well, we're back here at Slice of Home. Last week, we had a get-together with Nathalie Lebel, myself. Wayne was back. It was a full house. We did a bilingual show. But as the shows go on, we know that Nathalie will keep continuing doing her Saint-Cérémonie, and I'm here tonight to do Slice of Home. And here with me tonight is a good friend as well as a good guest, is Roxanne Gaudet. Hi, Roxanne. How are you?
Hi, Lisa. Good.
Good. Roxanne is here to talk to us about Lots for Tots, right?
Yes.
First of all, tell us a little bit about Lots for Tots.
Well, it's an organization, nonprofit community organization, which started about 11 years ago.
Okay.
And it is aimed for families with children 0 to 5 years in particular. We do go a bit older, but it's really for 0 to 5 years.
Okay. Now you say it's a nonprofit. How do you get your funding to keep your activities going?
From the government.
Okay. Special grants that come through.
Yeah, we apply for them every 3 years.
Okay.
And we have to prove that how we use the money and that it's being used, like that the population is really using it.
Okay. Okay.
So we have to have a lot of statistics. The people who participate in our play groups have to fill out evaluations, have to fill out forms. It's all confidential, but that's what it's for. It's really to prove to the government that we have people participating and that we need the money.
Okay. And every time that you do apply for the government, is there any limitations? Do you have to have so many people there for the activities?
Yeah, they have certain criteria that we more or less have to meet. And if they find the numbers are insufficient, they can refuse us.
Have you ever been refused?
Not for the Lots for Tots as such, no.
Okay.
Not for the
So things
play
are good in
groups.
terms of financial coming in that way?
This year, very good because of the change in the Quebec government with the elections last year.
Okay.
We ended up getting more money, which is always very welcome and
Yes.
which is really nice because we had programs that were working well Now with the extra money, they can work even better because we can put money into them.
That's right. And bettering your activities or bringing it out more, bringing it out to people more will just enhance the group, and it'll make people realize that, hey, this thing will work. Because
and the statistics will show it, so hopefully we will get more money when we reapply.
That's excellent. And how many times do you apply? Just once a year?
No, it's every 3 years for the Lots for Tots, which is PACE program.
Okay.
So it's a program really aimed for children.
Okay.
So that's every 3 years, and then we do get different monies for the table intersectorielle, and for different projects we get different money,
Okay.
which some of those are every year that we apply for.
Okay. Now, some of the money coming in, does it go for any of the training for you guys?
We, with the budget that we are given, they won't tell us exactly how to spend it, but they will say, 20% has to be spent for this, 10% for this. So there is money allowed for training courses. We do go up to Rouen and stuff.
To update yourself.
Everything is French, of course, and because we're in
Province of
Abitibi-Témiscamingue, Quebec, yeah. So
Okay.
it's in French, but we do, I've swallowed, yes, I've swallowed courses.
We do. You go there and you're just absorbing it all. It's okay.
Take it all in. So I followed courses for the little puppet that we have that comes to Circle Time
Okay.
to teach social skills. I went and followed
Follow
the
that.
course for that. And
Okay.
for different courses.
Because you almost have to. I mean, there's so much out there for you to do with these young 0 to 5-year-olds. And if you can't go and update yourself as to what's going on or get better ideas, you're going to lose the interest of them because you're going to do the same activity all the time. And I don't think you want to do
We
that.
need to be stimulated, and they're our future, and we need to.
That's true. How many members do you have such from 0 to 5?
I think we're touching this year. I think we've touched about 35 families so far.
35
And
families.
That's since September. Yes.
Okay.
Now that's a guess. I'm guessing.
Okay.
I didn't count.
Guesses are
Yeah, yeah. Well, sometimes. I mean, I might be way off. It might be 50. I don't know, but I know that for sure it's in the 30s for sure.
Okay.
And at our play groups, just our play groups on Mondays and Wednesday mornings, we have an average of between maybe 12 and 15, 17 children at every meeting. So
Wow.
it's we have really good groups. It's really going well this year.
That's busy.
Yeah.
How many supervisors are you
I'm
there?
there.
You're there.
I'm there.
You
I'm the animator, I guess is what you would call
Yes.
it in English.
Okay.
And the parents are there, though. The parents are present. It's really to promote
It's
the
not like to drop off the kid and take
No,
off.
that's on
Okay.
Thursday. Thursday's a drop-off, and we have 2 girls working there.
And what is Thursday? What do you do?
Thursday's a parental support,
Okay.
which is drop-off childcare. Is basically, well, it's not really drop-off because they have to register, but
Okay.
they drop them off and they leave. So there you go, drop-off.
much
daycare.
drop-off,
Yeah.
okay.
And we are not in any way connected with the daycare.
Okay, I was gonna
And
say
we
that.
do not have any government rules, nothing. We can do whatever we want. If we want to have 30 kids there, we can. Now, of course, we are not like that. And we are.
Because you must have fire rules too. Like you're in a building where you
Yeah,
might have
with
to respect.
like we had the insurance guy just come last
Okay.
week, and so what we're doing the same as all the other Maisons de la Famille in Abitibi-Témiscamingue, and so our babies that come, which are 0 to 18 months, who come
Okay.
to the parental support, are counted as 2 children,
Oh,
and we take a maximum of 3.
because of the way they look, the size.
And
I'm just kidding. No, because usually
if they're really tiny, they're only 1. If they're pudgy,
they're comfort too.
they're more demanding. They're more work. I
Right.
mean, we have to feed them. We have to give them bottles. They're in diapers.
Okay.
So and then we take a maximum of 12 children. Wow. For 2 girls.
2 girls.
So if we
That's
have
fair.
3 babies, that's 6 spots gone right there, and then we have 6 other children.
Okay, okay. But it makes sense because, I mean, you're giving so much time to 1 or 2, let's say, because of the age. I mean, you can only divide yourself in so many ways, you know.
And we have a student from La Vol who's doing her placement with us. So
Oh,
she
very
comes
nice.
on Thursdays too. So sometimes we're 3.
Okay.
And Ketsy's always upstairs in the office too. So if ever there's a need where there's 3 babies crying and there's 6 other children running around, she can come down and help.
And help out, hey, that's what everybody's supposed to do, chip in and
Yeah.
take it to the advantage. So what are your hours that you're open?
The office is open 8:30 to 3:30, Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday.
In general. I mean, there are occasions when, like, Ketsy's going to be gone for the rest of the week on a course.
Okay.
I will be there a lot of the hours, but when I'm doing playgroup, I can't be in the office, so I won't be answering the phone or, you know. So there are times when the office will not be open, but we do try to stick to our 8:30 to 3:30, Monday to Friday.
Okay.
All the time.
Keep to that routine.
Yeah.
Now, you say you have, give or take here, plus or minus, 35, 50 families, what it may be. If people want to register, like, is there still room for people to register? One. And two is, these people that are registered now, do they call in to check on schedules, or it's just like a matter of show up whenever?
Yep, just show up whenever, and actually nobody is registered as such.
Okay.
They do fill out all the stuff that we need for the government, but for us, the more the merrier.
So your door is
everyone
always open?
Always open. On
Okay.
Mondays and Wednesdays, it's for 0 to 5 years.
Okay.
Everything is bilingual. Everything that we offer is bilingual.
Okay, which is great.
So we don't have like an English group and a French group. Everything's
Okay.
bilingual.
Perfect.
And that's Mondays and Wednesdays, 0
Okay.
to 5 years, from 9:20 to 11.
Okay.
On Tuesday mornings from 9:30 to 11, we have Just Baby and Me, which is the same kind of idea, but is aimed for the parents with a baby 0 to 12 months.
Who is just to give
So
time
just
for
a
a mother to
baby.
get out? Is that what the
Well,
purpose
it's a
is?
nice way for her to meet other moms,
Okay.
and we do exercises with the babies. We
Oh,
sing
nice.
songs. I try to get the parents to make a craft every week for their babies.
Okay.
So, you know, we've made little drums with beans in a can.
Right,
and,
right.
One day, our 1 week, our theme was hand and foot massage. So we were learning how to kind of massage the baby, and then the craft was we made handprints and footprints.
Well, that's kind of nice because you said they're 0 to 12. So
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
you
all
could
tiny.
show them to, yeah, they're just like, there's nothing to them.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's fun.
It is fun because at the 0 to 5 years, it's a whole different dynamic
Okay.
in the group. So, I mean, you have 3 and 4-year-olds running around. You have 8-month-olds who are just learning to sit. You know, it's really different.
And no child's the same.
No,
No child's
no,
the same,
no
so it's
child
all
is the
different.
same.
Okay.
And when it's 0 to 12 months, well, they're all pretty much in kind of the same, you know,
Yeah,
ability
okay,
brackets kind of
spitting
thing.
all over
So,
and everything.
you know.
Yeah, okay, putting things up their nose and okay, the usual stuff.
So, you know, we take out all the baby toys that day, and the big kid toys are put away, and the baby books are out, the plastic ones that are all washable.
Okay. Yeah, all the goobers all over it, so you have to.
It's fun. It's great. And that we have about 16 parents who have participated in that,
Very nice.
with an average of 10 per week.
That's excellent.
And one daddy who participates.
A dad. Well, congratulations to that dad out there that's participating. It's showing that, hey, he's not afraid to get out there. And it's encouraging, too, because, you know, before it used to be the moms to stay at home with the kids, but now it's kind of it's a unisex thing. It's going unison. It's both ways. It's one or the other, you know, or maybe both are working, but, you know, one's on shift. So
I remember one of the first years I started, there was a dad who had taken his paternity leave, and the mom had gone back to work.
Oh, wow.
And he'd come to Lots for Tots he came with her for like almost a year.
wow,
So,
that's excellent. And
Yeah,
it's
it's fun.
also, yeah, it's fun. It's fun for the
fun.
couple. It's fun for you guys too, because it's something different. You know, you had your other building where you guys were at, and you're at this building now. Where do you see like there's a difference in advantages or disadvantages compared to where you were to compared to where you're at?
Well, where we were was rented.
Okay.
Was the first thing.
Right.
It was small for what we needed. The
Okay.
playroom was quite small. We could not even easily fit in 15 children with their
Oh,
parents.
big
It was
difference.
crowded.
Okay.
It was crowded.
And the parking, right?
The parking wasn't bad
Was that
there.
okay? Okay.
But we had no office space. Our offices were in the kitchen.
Okay.
So it was open. So if Ketsy, who's our coordinator, was working at her desk while playgroup was going on,
She couldn't
you
get
know,
very much
yeah,
work
I
done.
mean, you know, talk on
Concentration's
the
not there.
phone
Sure.
long distance when there's like 10 kids screaming on the other side is.
Okay.
Now we have room for, well, at our Halloween party, there was 30 children and 20 adults. That was a little too crowded,
Wow.
mind you.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a big crowd.
Okay. And how did that
And,
turn out, that activity?
It turned out all right. We didn't quite do what we had planned to do because there was a few too many. people.
Okay.
But it was very crowded. But,
Okay.
you know, at least we have the
You
room.
had room for it
Yeah.
where you wouldn't before. What about the difference in the temperature of the building?
Our new building, we do have a problem with the floor being cold.
So they have to keep their shoes on?
And well, we don't like shoes because of crawlers and yes. So we have a box full of slippers of every size.
Oh, nice.
To that they can put on or they can bring their own
Okay.
if they want. We prefer slippers to shoes, but we do have we did do some work, and now we have somebody coming in at the end of the week to finish the work underneath, and we've talked to Hydro-Quebec and everything of how to heat it so that the floor will be less cold.
Now, does the government come through with this on the grants that you get, or do you have to fundraise to make renovations?
Yes, we have to fundraise.
Okay, so
there is not one cent allowed for a building in the money that we
repairs.
receive. For a building in
For a building.
general, rent, anything. We have no money given for that. None.
Okay, so
we have
you have to fundraise in order for you to pay the building or any type of repairs or whatever may be needed. Food and such, is that?
That's included in our budget.
Okay.
Yeah, for snacks.
So in terms of fundraising, what have you done in terms of fundraising for Lots for
Well,
Tots?
for the building, we were very lucky and we're financed by the owner of the building. So
Very
he
nice.
financed us. So
Wow.
that was wonderful.
Okay.
That was a big help. And then we
That's
have
an
gotten a
incredible
lot,
donation.
yes, we have gotten a lot of help from the town.
Okay.
I don't want to name names
case you
of,
forget somebody, and that's fine, because, I
but
mean, there's so many.
the enterprises in town supported us a lot. The organizations,
businesses and-
yes,
okay.
we got a lot of help, lot of help, and without them, we wouldn't be where we are.
But what amazes me is that there's no charge for any of your activities, no charge for any of your things going on, and you're still out there fundraising to try and get the little extras or go that extra mile to keep the business and keep the people coming back. You know, so I'm amazed that even if it sounds crazy, but even if you were to, you know, like $5 or something, to me, it's nothing. But I don't know if in the
For us, it's a
restrictions for
lot.
the grants of the government, if you're allowed to even do that. Are you allowed?
You mean like just?
If you were to charge, like, I'm just saying.
Well,
kind
we
of
could
force it,
charge, but
you
that's
won't.
not our goal. That's
Okay.
not our goal at all. I'm not even sure if we're allowed to.
Okay. Yeah, there might be
But,
restrictions.
you know, and we don't want anybody to not come because they can't pay it,
Right,
kind of thing.
right.
And, you know,
Okay.
and that's none of our business if they can or not pay
No.
it. But we want to make sure everybody can come. And I don't know if we would anyway, even if we were allowed to. I don't know if we would. Because there
No.
are some places up north that will charge like $1 for the drop-in or whatever.
Okay.
But we don't.
Okay. So what are you going to do right now for your fundraising, let's say, to repair the floor?
That is money that we had already from la table intersectorielle, which works with Lots for Tots.
Okay, perfect.
And we had applied through them for renovations, and we had gotten a certain amount that we could use. But it's not directly Lots for Tots, but because we share the building, we were able to.
I understand. Okay.
Yes.
What about in terms of equipment that might be needed for Lots for Tots? Do you have to, almost like a daycare, it's not a daycare, but almost like a daycare in terms of there must be safety restrictions set out?
Yeah, and that again, we will approach an organization in town,
Okay.
and we will say we need X amount for this. Would you
Okay.
be able to help us?
Okay.
And we have been
They've
very
been overly
lucky.
generous.
Yes,
I've said
very,
it over
very
and
nice.
over and over again. Temiskaming is so good to support for such a small town of whatever, 3,000, 3,500, whatever. They've proved it over and over again how they can come through on active. I mean, look at just Last Supper that just passed for Donald Bruno. I mean,
Yeah, it was
$7,500. I mean, other events, the Lions Telethon, your area Lots for Tots, the daycare in Latine. You know, like it just seems it never ends. And we ask and ask and ask. And if the people didn't want to, they wouldn't give. So
Exactly.
you know, my hat goes off to them because to everybody, because it just seems like a constant thing that goes on.
And we find that since we're in our new building, people really know us.
Okay.
And we have people giving us donations all the time.
Right on.
They give us for our bazaar, which we have twice a year in the fall and in the spring.
Okay.
But they will also they'll give us anything. They'll ask us, could you use this? We had one mom phone a couple of weeks ago and say, I have a whole bedroom set, a child's bedroom set that I'm willing to give to a family in need. Do you know anyone? Well, we found a family that needed it.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's just the generosity of people. We have a lady who's knitting baby blankets for us, and we just, it's really, really nice. It's very touching to have people
that care so much.
Oh yeah, they clean out their house and they bring us like bags and boxes full of stuff.
So if people wanted to give you toys, or whatever may be needed.
Clothes,
can they bring it down to Lots for Tots?
Yes, they can.
Okay,
they can phone us. We can arrange for, to make sure we're there when they can drop it off.
Right
and,
on. Excellent.
Yes, it's
Excellent.
great.
Excellent. The kids that are there, you said they're supervised mostly by you? Because you're mostly
I'm
there?
the animator. They're supervised by their parents.
By their parents too?
Yeah.
Okay. Silly question, but with you guys being down there, do you have to be certified in CPR or anything?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, we do. So we are. So
okay.
Yeah. Not I don't think everybody is, but
at least one person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
It's kind of
CPR first aid.
Okay, for kids they call it, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean the government doesn't. It's not compulsory.
Okay.
So it's us. So we'll take what we can get in Temiskaming. So the CSST pays for one person to be
excellent.
Well,
it kind of makes you wonder about if something happens, and you must have a first aid kit for little bobos that happen and things that happen.
We have more than one. We have them a bit all over. So.
They're hidden everywhere, are they?
Yep.
Is there anything that you want to mention to us about Lots for Tots that you want
Well, I would
know?
just like to maybe invite parents of children from 2 to 5 years. We have story time coming up on Friday morning.
Oh, okay.
It's the last Friday of every month, and this Friday is going to be a Christmas story with a craft. But we do ask that no babies be present just because it can get difficult. So it's really aimed for 2 to 5 years.
2 to 5. Okay.
Yeah, and it's from 10 to 11 on Friday morning.
Oh, nice.
And if anybody wants any information about us, please phone.
And what is your number they can phone you at?
627-7018.
7018.
And we are bilingual. Everybody's bilingual, and we are more than willing to help.
Fantastic. It sounds like fun. I wish I was a kid again. It sounds like all this attention is going to the kids. Sounds great.
It is.
I think it's wonderful, and I really congratulate Lots for Tots. I mean, they've come a long way from how they've started back in small areas
by
and whatnot.
like 5 moms, I think, way back when.
And it just seems to be expanding more and more. And I'm glad to hear the young moms, fathers are coming out and participating in that because it encourages also you to update on activities and that. So
I love my job.
I
have the best job in the world.
Actually, I envy you because I love being around kids. So that's something I love.
Fun.
I would have loved to have done.
It's fun to be with the parents too.
Yeah. You get to
it's
socialize with them
different.
and know them. That's a great thing. So maybe what we could do is just recap your hours, hours of work, the times that they're at, and your special activity that's coming up on Friday, just so that people will know.
So our office is open from 8:30 to 3:30 Monday to Friday.
Okay.
And play groups for 0 to 5-year-old children and their parents or babysitter are on Monday and Wednesday mornings from 9:20 to 11.
Okay.
Free of charge. Snack is provided. Tuesday morning is just baby and me for 0 to 12-month babies with their parent or babysitter. From 9:30 to 11, free of charge again. On Thursdays are parental support, which is like a drop-off childcare for $5 for a half day, $7 for a full day. Registration compulsory on Tuesday mornings.
Oh, they must register.
They must register for the Thursday.
No registration means they can't drop off.
No.
Okay.
No, because we have to be able to limit the spaces and the babies and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so, which is at 7018. Now, is it an answering machine or is somebody
They have to speak to someone personally.
Okay.
We will not accept a registration over the voicemail.
Okay.
Because while we're on one line, somebody could leave a message on the other line and then we're over our limit.
And what was your limit again? I'm sorry?
It's 12 children, but a baby counts as 2. So if we have 3 babies, 6 spots are gone.
Okay.
And we also have the Toy Lending Library, which when we're there is open basically. And we are offering a special. It's $14 for the year, and you can come and rent toys and baby equipment.
Okay.
And then on Friday we have story time, which is going to be a Christmas story and a craft from 10 to 11, aimed for 2 to 5-year-olds.
So on Friday, this is the Friday that's coming up.
The 26th.
The 26th, okay.
Yes. And next week, just so that people know, on Monday we are writing letters to Santa Claus. And on Wednesday, we're making a countdown to Christmas calendar.
Oh, those are fun. And for them, especially the kids, like
exciting.
at that age, you know, they believe so much and there's so much ambition in them for it. And
it's fun.
we used to do so many wonderful things, but I mean, unfortunately, yeah.